All right. Yeah, let me see if I can let me see what can. All right. Okay. Well, you can chat what you want to chat. I'm not chatting the foolishness. I'm telling you what empathy is. Different from sympathy. What you what you are talking about, politics media, is sympathy. You cannot be empathetic if you have not lived the experience. You cannot. That's just a fact. And that is why Jesus turned up at the tomb of Lazarus. When he sent the disciples, that's sympathy. When he turned up at the tomb, that's empathy. Empathy is being there. It's experience. You cannot be empathetic to hunger if you have never been hungry. You can be sympathetic, but not empathetic. You cannot be empathetic to brokenness if you have never been broken. And that is why in the Bible, you know, even Christians go through brokenness. It is the flesh. It is so that they can be empathetic to other people's suffering. Oh, brother, don't let me preach here. You know, I went into the supermarket once. I went into the supermarket. Hallelujah. Amen. And when I was at the cashier, I saw a lady cashing out some things, Lasco and things, and you could see that she never had the money. And the cashier said, "Ma'am, this is," and she says, "I don't have it." She's gonna put back the things on the shelf. And I said to her, "No." I said, "I'll pay for it. I will pay for it, ma'am." You know why? I know that. I've lived that experience. I lived that experience. And several times I go to the supermarket and see people, I put back things on the shelf. And I said, "No, ma'am, you take that." You can't tell me that. Okay? I've taken off my shoes and given to people without shoes. I'll take my shirt off. You want me to take my shirt off? I'll take my shirt off and give to a man that is naked. For I've lived that. Empathy is experience. Experience. You can be sympathetic. It's a totally different thing about empathetic. And I'm saying to my listeners that Holness has empathy. Empathy. Empathy and understanding. Because his ability to connect is a lived experience. It's a lived experience. And he's able to do that with people from various backgrounds. I admire Holness for this. To sit down, oh my God. Because I couldn't do it. To have all these people come throw themselves at me. I've never seen this man shrugged off a Jamaican. Sometimes I wonder, them people here smell good? No, seriously. I wonder if them brush them teeth. Them go talk up in the man's face. I've never seen him, I've never seen him with a frown. Like say, no, this is the Prime Minister, for Christ's sake. The man with the highest office in the land. So humble. So humble. I've never seen him with a frown. No matter if you're dirty, if you not smell good, because some of them people you must have a little, you know, you know how to list the body still. But some of them people they run out and then sweat up. They couldn't do it. Me couldn't do it. And this prime minister, note it, prime. He's the minister of ministers, the top dog in the house. The man, when he walks into the cabinet room, his ministers stand up, finds himself down to the level of the people and move among the menials, the children, the old ladies, the old men, the girls, the boys, the farmers with them dirty hand. You ever see Holness not put out him clean, nice hand to shake those dirty hands, the people of the people? Come on, man. This man has got something going for him. It's my listeners ask me to go through this, you know, so you can talk. They say that I have to go through it. It's an empathetic approach that is causing that. That is not learned. That's lived. Empathy is not something you learn. Empathy is something you live. Because when you go through it, that's what Jesus says. You are touched with the feelings of the people's infirmity. That is what is happening to Holness. It's not an emotional thing, you know. It's deeper than emotions. It's a spiritual connection that you develop with people and what they are going through. Those are the people that do better in leadership, not management. Because Golden may be a very good manager. I don't know. But leader is a different kettle of fish. Leadership is not learned in a classroom. It's learned through experience. Because you have to be able to connect with people. You know, many managers, CEOs, they're good managers. But they're not good leaders, you know. There is what you call servant leadership. Servant leadership says, if the floor is dirty, we'll mop it together. And you husbands, you should learn this. You hear? You're a husband. You're a husband watching me tonight. You should learn this. To love your wife is not to ask her to go prepare the meal. It's to go and do it. To love your wife is not to complain how the place is dirty. How the house is dirty. No. You pick the mop up and you start cleaning that house. To love your wife is not to complain because you touch her and she said, baby, me tired. No. It's to get some soothing thing and make sure she's okay. So you come home from work and there's no dinner. The dinner not ready. And you vex? You're not ready. Are you not ready? Are you not ready? But that's not love. Love is you put on the pot. And ladies, if you have husbands that behave like that, they're not good. They're not ready. They're not ready. Like, oh, the clothes no wash. And the clothes no iron. No. No, you plug in that iron and you start ironing clothes. You turn on that washing machine and you start wash them clothes. Right? I'm going to show you something here. My time is my time is almost going. You see, during COVID-19, I'm going to tell you this. And I'm going to speak this. Charisma, God blessed Jamaica to have had a Andrew Holness during COVID. This nation was blessed that Holness was the Prime Minister of Jamaica during the COVID-19 pandemic. May I tell you that, and I believe I speak as a prophet when I tell you that God, knowing that a pandemic was going to hit the world, blessed this little island with that boy from Spanish Town. His empathy saved lives in Jamaica. And I'm going to tell you this. It is from that time that many Jamaicans developed an appreciation for him. How he managed, not very experienced at the time, but how he steered this nation through the COVID-19 pandemic. That alone should give him a third term. Well, that's my view. You can have your views if you want. When I say that, I am telling you that out of a heart of pure appreciation. That you may not know it, but that was a divine appointment. Because if he was not at the wheel, remember me tell you that, it would be a different thing. You remember Hurricane Beryl? Because he showed a sensitivity to the struggles of Jamaicans. And that has fostered a sense of understanding and shared experience. Time is not going to allow me tonight to take you where I want to take you, because what I want to tell you is about what your experience here is what is called in psychology identity. That the people of Jamaica, the Jamaicans, they identify with him. What you see happening there needs to be properly analyzed, psychoanalyzed, so that you understand what is happening. It is empathy first, because it's shared experience. Not sympathy, it's shared. And then it's relatability. Because as a leader who has navigated challenges and achieved successes, he's a relatable figure. Remember, many people listening tonight here eat your hearts out if you must. There has been no other leader in Jamaica that has had to manage challenges and has had the success that this man has had. It has been an amazing thing. I must tell you the truth. It's amazing. A pandemic, worst in 100 years. and you still grow the economy. You don't lay off no public sector workers. You cut poverty. You reduce crime. You created almost 300,000 jobs. You have had hurricanes to manage, not to manage the debt. Come on. What you are seeing is relatability. And you notice that the relatability is especially among the younger generations. You know why? They are not tribal. Young people are not tribal like some of you old people. You're not tribal. Some of you old people are not too tribal. Children are not tribal. That's why they can show genuine appreciation and love. Because them not tribal. Some of you not just tribal. Nothing good can done in the country. Want to stay with a party. All right. So then, that is what is happening. Let me see what this man I go say. I take up one. It's 4 minutes after 9 o'clock. I go until about 9:15. I have a lot more to say. I might pick it up tomorrow. I'm not stay with nobody long tonight. Hello, sir. Hello? Hello, sir.
Yes, Mr. Neighbor. Me hear ya say
Mr. Neighbor.
the good. Me hear ya say how much good Andrew Holness doing up in the pandemic. Which good Andrew Holness do in the pandemic? Lock up people in a house, charge people for much hundreds of thousands of dollars for no wear mask. For go party. If you go party, them charge you how much hundreds of thousands of dollars. And then him and him friend them in a uptown a drink champagne and wine while him lock down the people in the house. And him here talk about the good in a pandemic. What you really are talk about?
That's your contribution, sir?
Yeah, because me here give him big credit for pandemic.
No.
I mean experience pandemic.
Are you listening? Are you listening,
I am
sir?
listening.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm listening. I am saying that
Let me
I am a
ask you.
person who
I heard
experienced the pandemic.
But brethren, I heard what you said. Now, I want to pick apart your statement and show you how the absurdity of it. Are you ready?
No matter what you're going to say, you're just trying to pretty up Andrew Holness thing. You get me? I say everybody knows say Andrew Holness is not good for the country. Andrew Holness is a deceiver.
All right.
That man just come for just deceive people. Andrew Holness is a deceiver.
No. When you speak in absolute sir, then you don't make much sense. Everybody don't know that. Everybody don't know say that happened. You don't have to do that. You may not agree with Holness, but you don't have to say everybody knows say. That is not true. Right now, as I'm speaking to you, there are hundreds of people admiring him with Crystal Lee. You don't agree, sir, but not everybody, okay? So don't say everybody knows say. That don't make no sense at all. The point I am making to you, sir, is that this country went through a pandemic. The leader of the country during the time of the pandemic was Holness. Mr. Sir, go and look at the records of all Caribbean islands. Jamaica was rated as one of the countries that managed best the pandemic? Who did it? Is Mark Golding do it, sir? And let me ask you a question. People were dying because it's an airborne virus. What was the Prime Minister to do? Lockdowns were all over the world. You couldn't travel. It's not Holness lock it down. And that is what leadership is about. It may not be popular. We save lives. Now let's not be unreasonable here. Let's not be unreasonable. What I am trying to help my listeners to understand is what is happening on the ground. Why are children crying when they see him? Isa? Because we don't see nobody cry when they see Mr. Golding. That's what I'm trying to understand. I am just trying to understand why. And I am saying to you, relatability could be one of the reasons. Empathy, I dealt with that. Now I am at relatability. And people relating to him, sir. Now, clearly, you wouldn't want him to win. You would want Mr. Golding to be Prime Minister. And that's fine. We don't have no problem with that. We don't have a problem with that, you know.
I think that,
but he is seen as a, I'm asking, he's seen as a relatable figure.
I think that Andrew Holness
sir, you see the children them. Do you see the children them crying to see him, sir? You see that?
Several times. Several times I see that.
Yeah, why you think that
several times I see the children them run to Mark Golden
and cry? And cry? Do they cry?
Cry? What do you mean by cry?
Bawl, holla.
What is it that they are crying for? Maybe them just a cry for, maybe them just a cry because they are in need of certain things, and them see someone that can give them whatever they want. So them just crying for sympathize. You understand?
They're crying for sympathy. They're crying for sympathy, sir.
Right. That's what they are crying for.
Why are you being simplistic on a matter that is so important? Why would they be crying for sympathy?
Because most of the children them and people across the country, they are suffering.
Oh, they are suffering.
Hungry.
Okay.
Them have nothing. So when they see Andrew Holness come around now, they must say, wow. Someone come around now that can help them and give them what they want.
Okay.
So he travels. So they will have to cry. They will have to cry for sympathy. They will have to cry so that Andrew Holness can sympathize and said, okay then, I'm going to help you.
You know,
that's the way I feel.
I never heard.
That is the way I feel when they're talking about children is crying to see Andrew Holness. They're crying because they want sympathy. From Andrew Holness. They want sympathize from Andrew Holness. They want things.
Okay. I've never thought about it like that, you know, so I'm going to have to look into it. So let me ask you a question. You think he's traveling around with food to give them? Like, you think?
They will think that
they think a Santa Claus
traveling with something to give them.
A Santa Claus.
They will always think that type of way. They will think that he's traveling with things, whether with money or whatever. They just need something. The children, them and people, them just wanted a things. Because Jamaican people hungry right now. Hungry. So we don't see where people are say people
boy, I tell you something.
have money, prosperity, and all these things. We don't see the prosperity. Where is the prosperity? We want to talk about. Where is the prosperity? It's just the Jamaica Labour Party people alone experience prosperity. That more want to know. Where is the prosperity that this man Andrew Holness say in a Jamaica? Wait there. There's a lot of people hungry, got in bed several nights without food. There's a lot of people out there no live nowhere. I saw some people come on social media the other day on a program And the lady saying that she must get burned up in a house or something like that, and she need a house. And there,
All
I
right.
think she
I'm
live in
gonna
one
have
of the
to.
JLP
I'm gonna have to move
constituency.
on. Caller, I'm gonna have to move on a little though. But are you available tomorrow to have a discussion on this?
Yeah, man, I always available because me have to
I'm
speak
gonna
the
ask you
truth.
to. Can I
Me
ask you
not
to?
fight against listen me now, me
No,
not
no,
fight
no.
against Andrew
No,
Holness
I gave
or
you two
anything
minutes to
like that.
talk. I
But
gave you 2 minutes to talk. Hold on, no, sir. Hold on. I'm gonna ask you to do something for me. You see, please. You see poverty, sir. You see poverty. If you are going to come up here and talk about poverty, be careful. If you're going to come up here and talk about hunger, be careful, sir.
I'm
It's
just
not.
talking of what I'm
No,
seeing.
no, sir. It's
It's what
not a.
I'm seeing across the country.
May I tell you this, sir? May I tell you this? Inflation during the 90s went as high as 70%. 70. There was poverty in Jamaica to the point that it was palpable. You know, sir, you sound like a man that knows the street. You should go back and listen to some of the music. Poor people fed up. The system shake up. Morgan Heritage song a song. You see anything to smile about, sir? You know them song there?
Of course I do know the. Of course
Do
I
you
know
know?
them song
Do
them.
you know? Do you know why they were written? My brother, I spent.
Them sing them song on behalf
Let me
of
tell you this.
what is
I
going
spent.
on.
Let me tell you this.
Them
I
sing them
spent
song on
30.
behalf of what
Yeah,
is going on in the
absolutely,
country.
my Jamaican brother. You're my neighbor. Hold on, man. You know, I spent 13 years in the inner city, sir. And you know what I do for more than 15 years, sir? I took boys off the streets or from poor homes. Don't tell me about poverty, brother. And I'm going to tell you this. Don't make people fool you.
So
Listen to me.
are you used to run the homes up at Chapelton?
No, well, listen to me. Not tell me about nothing. Just listen to me. You know me, you know. Me can't talk to you. There is a, send me your number. I'll talk to you off the air. Because clearly somebody has said something to you that brainwash you. Propaganda. Hear me tell you something, sir?
No, man,
Don't.
it's not propaganda, man. Something
Propaganda.
that
Yeah.
I really
Yes.
experience.
Mr. Friend, my friend, let me tell you this. There was a time in Jamaica when inflation the cost of increase of goods 70%. 70, sir. Okay? Today, my brother, in Jamaica, there are more people working in Jamaica today than ever before. Not Mrs. So. And me know say if you go ask Mr. Golden, I'm going to tell you the same thing, that there are more people employed in Jamaica today than at any time in our history. The last time we had so many people employed was in 1865. Before
And I am going
slavery
to
was.
ask you now, where are those people employed? Because me up on the ground right
You're
now.
on the ground. You want a job.
I mean know a lot of people right now when I employ. I mean know a lot of people right now that cry
you want a
to
job?
get work.
All right, put on their name. Do you want a job, sir?
Me?
You're working? Yes.
I am a self-employment person.
Okay, you see all the
I
people
don't
then where
work
you
for,
say,
I don't work for no one.
all the people then where you say now work or can't do now they can't get work or them now look for work. Send us their information. Write down their name and their number and send it to Politics Plus and see if we not get work with them in 2 weeks. Me I beg you do that. I
But
challenge
they
you to
said
do
that
it.
they go out and look work and they
No,
didn't
no.
get any work.
You have any of them the number then?
Several
No, call me.
places.
All right. Can you ask one of them to one of the people that went now work? Can call me? No?
So can I ask you a question? What kind of work is available in Jamaica right now? What
Well,
kind of work?
well, brother, it depends on what they're trained to do. But you know, sir, today, one man come to me. They are constructing a bridge close to me, and they can't find workers, laborers. Can't find laborers, sir.
But maybe it's because of the minimum wages pay that they are getting. Yeah, some
And you know what the minimum? And you know what the minimum? And you know what,
with no
sir?
minimum
You know
wage.
what the minimum wage was 9 years ago? $6,200.
Yeah, but when it was at 6,000, people could live with that $6,000. You could go to
You
the
are wrong.
supermarket.
You
could mind your family.
I have said, sir, you are wrong, sir. You know, I have said that the story, my God, the story in Jamaica needs to be told, and our people must be lifted up. They must be lifted up. It's not true, sir. It's not
Listen
true.
to me, I say, Mr. Neighbor. Listen to me, I say.
All right,
You
but
see when
you
time the
see,
minimum
but you
wages,
see-
they 6,000 something another dollar.
no,
Me
it's
nah
not
go
true,
tell
sir.
no lie. Me nah go tell no lie. When the money did the 6,000 dollar, it did more value. It
No,
did
sir.
more value than now.
$16,200 can
It
buy
is more
more
valid
patties
than now.
today. No, $16,000 can buy more patties today than what it could in 20s. That is a fact.
$16,000 cannot even half a trolley. No matter of fact, not even quarter a trolley in a supermarket. And I remembered when the minimum wages did $6,000, and I could go to the supermarket and I could actually have a trolley with goods.
Let me ask you a question. If the PNP wins the election, will food prices be reduced?
Well, I couldn't answer that question, because they will have to get in power and sort out that first.
But
Me not go tell you say yes.
Patty,
If them
Patty
come in
could,
a power, food price are go down.
Patty
Nah,
could drop.
Maybe it can go down, but they will have to settle themselves in the thing and analyze out how them are going to bring it down.
Come back tomorrow. All right? Nice talking to you.
Okay.
Respect. Let's take care of yourself, comrade.
Okay then. Cool.
Bye-bye, man. Cool. Well, it's 20 minutes after 9 o'clock where I am. What time is it where you are?
Oh gosh. I can't. Believe me, hi. Boy, I tell you something. This is all very exciting. Oh God.
All right, let's get back up to good night to you, sir. All right, my friend from the People's National Party. You have to listen to them sometimes, All right, so we talk about empathy, relatability, and then the whole matter of hope. It's an underestimated thing, the value of hope. The value of hope. You see this brother just talking about hunger? Well, he knows he's not. That's what he has been fed. cognitive dissonance. You know cognitive dissonance? Don't worry about that. Because hope plays a crucial role in motivating individuals and communities to work towards a better future. I spoke to you some time ago about existentialism and the social contract theory. Because in the 90s, when government or the government failed to grow the economy and to create opportunities for citizens, many people went into the informal economy. You know, I've said, you know, that the story, the narrative is not properly told. And the Labour Party has not told it well because they are accepting responsibility for some of the things that they should not accept responsibility for. And this government has largely been on a mission of repair, recalibrating. It's largely been about rebuilding the foundations. You know, the PNP talk about pillars. Pillars. They have 10 pillars. Well, who tore down the pillars? They are coming with pillars now. Must be pillow.
Gosh, I can't believe me high. Boy, I tell you something. This is all very exciting.
Pass me my pillow.
Boy, I tell you something. This is all very exciting.
This is it. They come with pillow. Pillow is pillar. It's pillow.
Oh gosh, I can't believe me high. Boy, I tell you something. This is all very exciting.
No. See, seriously. The narrative includes the damage, to the country's economy, which not take 1 year for bill. And you go and ask Peter Phillips. Because he's a reasonable man. And he sat at the IMF. And he said he would never want another Jamaican prime minister to go through that. Jamaica came to the brink of collapse, economic collapse. Nobody wanted to lend us any money. Couldn't get no money to borrow. And when we got it, because of the risk of default, the interest rates, why you think that they had to have the JDX? Investors took a haircut. They call it here a haircut. Shave off some of their interest. It's so that we wouldn't default, because we would have defaulted. We couldn't pay our debts. And this man come here talking about people hungry. In Jamaica, I hear the Minister of Education today saying 2 meals. Students going to school in September will get 2 meals per day. They will not pay any fare on the bus, and they'll get 2 meals per day. Hunger? Incredulous. Incredulous. Because when people feel hopeful, and there's a link, there's a link to the economic degradation and the crime, the high crime that we experience. At one time, I tell the listeners, 30,000 people have been murdered in this country over the last 2 decades, 30,000. One year it went as high as 1,700. Why? 1,700. But when people feel hopeful, there's a lack of hope. There's a unalive people. There's a lack of hope. The social contract theory, read on that. Existentialism, where existence became the predominant prerequisite. And people don't care anymore. They have to do it to survive. Even prostitution went up. And when people feel hopeful, they are more likely to invest in their own development and contribute to the growth of their country. Adam Smith speaks of the poverty of aspirations. The poverty of aspiration. Because poverty is not only linked to the physical conditions, but it's the poverty of the mind. And many Jamaicans were pauperized in their mind. You know why? Because the situation prolonged for too long. That's dual speaking, but that's fine. The situation prolonged. And so the mind adapted to its state and felt that this is the lot. This is my lot in life. And so I will live like this for the rest of my life. The poverty of aspirations. Because the environment necessitates that the being living in the environment does not necessarily adapt to the environment, but it changes the environment. The Stone Age did not end because we ran out of stones. It's not because we ran out of stones while we ended the Stone Age. It's because we have the capacity to change. But when the mind is encased in a situation for too long, it adapts to that situation. If a man is taken to Bellevue Hospital and he's healed, take him out. If you stay around mentally ill people for too long, you get mad. You take him out. Once you see, they call you and say, he's stable now. Go for him. Take him out of the hospital. Right? If you put a man down in a Bellevue and him get well, yes, take him out. Right? Because if you make him stay in that situation for too long, he adapts to it. And that is part of what we have in Jamaica today. The poverty of aspirations. And even though the government has created the opportunities, has shifted the narrative, some people, even though they are working, still feels that they are poor. Even though they have opportunities, they still feel that they are poor. Because somehow that's what they learned. And let me tell you that it is easy to learn, but it's hard to unlearn. Because the brain don't really forget things that is fed to it. It's mental poverty that we're experiencing in Jamaica. Mental poverty. Is poverty cut in Jamaica by half? Is that true? Is unemployment at 3.something%? Is a poverty of the mind. And so by inspiring hope, leaders like Holness create a positive feedback loop where progress and optimism reinforce each other, driving further growth and development. That's what you see on the streets, is optimism. People are beginning to feel hopeful in the country. And so when they see the man that is behind this hope, some of them break down with tears. Some of them break down with tears. Because hope plays a vital role in all of this. We could there is so much that I could say here, but let's go to the callers and see if we can pick it up a little. The psychology, you see, of hope and economic progress are intertwined. Because as economic conditions influence perceptions of a future and gives people an aspiration. All right, let me see. Who is going to be coming up? All right, so the box has maybe 50 people wanting to come up and talk. I don't have a lot of time. Let's see how we can. Good night, sir. Bongo man, good night. Good night, sir. Good night. Not there. All right. We're going to start from the bottom. We have all of you. So we're coming up. Please don't send a request if you have not yet joined the line. Don't send a request, all right? We won't be able to take you. Good night, sir. Good night, Gold Restaurant. Good night. Good night, sir. No. All right. So we're coming up in the box. Hopefully we'll get to you soon. All right. Good night, sir. Ching Pang. Ching Pang, good night. Loading that. Not true, not true. Ching Pang is not there. All right. So we're coming up. We're coming up. Vanilla Cameron. Cameron? All right. Why I tell you.